Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This week I thought I'd do a kind of more personal type of video. It's come to my attention that y'all don't know very much about me because all I talk about on my channel are like clothes and makeup. So this week I took the suggestion of one of you guys and I'm doing the TMI tag. I don't know if that's still a thing. I know I'm like 5 years late to the party, but it seems like a pretty good way just to throw out a few facts so you guys can get to know me a little more personally. Alright, let's get straight into it because there are like 50 questions. Question 1 is, what are you wearing? Right now, I'm wearing just this black crop top and little red shorts. Just want to stay comfortable because I'm at home, not really doing anything special today. It's my day off and I'm wearing some gold hoop earrings. If you don't know already, I have a mild to severe obsession with hoop earrings, and I'm wearing this necklace that I just received from Urban Outfitters. It has the California state on the pendant. California is very special to me because I lived and studied there for 1 semester last year. Yeah, it was the time of my life. I'll always have a spot close to my heart for California. Ever been in love? Don't know how to define that, and the answer is probably not. Ever had a terrible breakup? This surprises many people, but I've never had a relationship. Don't know. How tall are you? I am 150 centimeters, which is literally just under the 5-foot mark, and it breaks my heart. How much do you weigh? Currently, I weigh 41, 42 kilos. Any tattoos? Yes, I have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The last one is on my bum, so I'm not going to show you guys. Any piercings? I have my first and seconds done. I've got a helix up here, which used to be an industrial piercing. I took it out because my body was rejecting it and the skin was getting really thin down the bottom. I've got my septum done and oh yeah, and I have my left nipple and also my belly button done. One true pairing. This sounds really weird, but the only one I can think of is Sansa and the Hound from Game of Thrones. Maybe like Game of Thrones is on my mind at the moment because I just watched the latest episode last night. I knew they were never going to happen as a couple, but I like what I like. Favorite show? I'd probably have to give that title to Doctor Who. Not just because I have a tattoo of it on my leg, but also because it was just overall a show that really rocked my world. And yeah, before watching Doctor Who, I'd never seen anything like it, and it just, yeah, truly blew me away. The new seasons written by Moffat are not good though, so I stopped watching. Let me know if you agree, but I just could not handle the script writing, and the plots were fucking stupid in my opinion. My favorite band? I actually do have one favorite band, and they are the XX. I don't know, their music again just impacted me so much when I was in year 11 and 12, and I still love it to this day. They only have 2 albums, which I'm so upset about. Their music is just so timeless and beautiful, and there's no other band that sounds like them, and I would highly recommend checking them out if you haven't already. Something I miss. I don't know, I don't like to think too much about the past. Yeah, I like to look to the future and look to the now, so I can't really say on the top of my head. I mean, obviously, like, I miss living in the States and I miss my friends over there who are all over the world now, but I prefer to look to the future and look to seeing them again and being in the States again, you know, that kind of thinking. Favorite song? I'd probably say I have 2 favorite songs, but they're very closely like stacked up against each other. So the first one would have to be Intro by the XX. I always tell people that I want that song played at both my wedding and my funeral because it is just a flawless song that suits every occasion and just invokes passion and emotion in all senses of the word. My second favorite song would have to be Flashing Lights by Kanye West. I'm a huge fan of Kanye, which has gotten me into arguments more times than it should have. But I just love Flashing Lights. I think it's so beautiful and I can rap every single word to that song. Don't challenge me because I'll do it. How old are you? I am 20 and I'm going on 21 on September the 20th this year. What is your zodiac sign? So my zodiac sign is Virgo. Quality you look for in a partner. Definitely similar interests, good music taste, and hella sense of humor because sometimes I say some whack shit. Favorite quotes? My favorite quote would have to be from my favorite movie, American Beauty. Actually, there's two quotes I want to share from that movie. The first one is from Angela Hayes, and she says, "There is nothing worse in life than being ordinary." And this quote resonated with me so much, so much. The second one is from Kevin Spacey's character, forgot his name, oops. And he says, "It's a great thing when you realize you still have the ability to surprise yourself." It's just fantastic. You just gotta sit there and think about it. Favorite actor? Top of my head, favorite actor would be Tom Hiddleston. I'm probably biased by the fact that I would also really like to marry him. Favorite color is purple. Loud music or soft? That is the stupidest question I've ever heard anybody asked. Who says soft music? Loud music till I die. Where do you go when you're sad? That's a really good question, actually. I like to go outside. I hate being sad within my home because then it leaves like a sad energy around the places where you remembered feeling sad. So I like to go outside. I like to get as far away as possible from my space and just run away. How long does it take you to shower? It takes me like 20 minutes. But that's because I just really, like when I get in there, I kind of just want to enjoy the shower and not rush myself. How long does it take for you to get ready in the morning? For me, not too long, but yeah, it really depends on what I'm doing. If I'm going to work, it takes me like so little time to get ready because I don't really care how I look for work, and plus I already have a uniform so I don't have to think about what outfit to put on. But if I'm like getting ready to go meet my friends, I like to get up like 2 hours before I have to meet them just so I can really pace myself and, you know, take my time getting ready because often that's like the best part of my day. Ever been in a physical fight? This is a really funny question because I literally try to fight someone all the time. My friend Pablo can tell you how many times he's had to be like, "Connie, please don't fight anybody." I just get really aggressive when I go out, like especially when I go to the valley, when I go clubbing and I see dipshits everywhere. I just really want to like fight someone. It's on my bucket list 100% to punch someone as hard as I can in the face and to be punched just one time in my face. A turn on would be someone who's really well dressed. If it's not obvious, I like clothes and I like looking nice. So I also like other people to look nice. Turn off would have to be someone who's dumb. My nipples literally slide back inside my body when you say some dumb shit. Like, I really can't tolerate stupid people. The reason I joined YouTube, I guess I already had a blog going and I had an Instagram going, and I've always loved watching YouTube videos. I've been watching them for so many years, and I just thought one day like I should do it, and then it took me a long time after that thought to actually do it, but then eventually I did it, and then it wasn't so bad and I actually enjoy it. So yeah, that's why I started YouTube. Just wanted to share myself with you guys. Fears? When I was younger, my fear used to be of being alone, but I think now that's maybe through traveling or maybe through other worldly experiences, I don't feel terrible being alone anymore. Actually, I'm really like getting to a point where I'm really enjoying having alone time and time to reflect with myself. And yeah, I guess like once you start loving yourself, you don't fear being alone as much. So at the moment, I guess my fears are only like really basic ones, like fear of getting tortured or something like that. The last thing that made me cry, I think the last thing that made me cry was like doing some paperwork for the government and like for this certificate that I needed, and I just like was getting so frustrated with the process and how tedious the whole thing was, and I just sat down and had a cry. It was like nothing serious. I ended up getting the paperwork done, but I was just really stressed and I had a cry. It's good to cry, I think. Last time I said I loved someone, that probably would have been yesterday to my sister. I tell her all the time that I love her because she is the light and joy of my life. The meaning behind my YouTube name, I literally just recycled it from my Instagram name, and it doesn't really have a meaning. I guess like it's just meant to be like a really fun name. I don't know what I was thinking. I made it like 3 years ago. Last book I read. The last book I read was Eat, Pray, Love, and that is because the book is about this woman who goes on like a self-discovery journey, and she goes to 3 countries, Italy, India, and Bali. And I'm going to India at the end of the year, and also for one of my journalism courses, I'm doing a bit of international field reporting in India in September. So I literally just read the book because I wanted to read her experiences in India. It turned out that the book was really awesome. I definitely see why it's a best-selling novel. I do think that a lot of the stuff she says is a bit blown out of proportion, like especially about her self-discoveries and stuff like that. But overall, it's a very feel-good towards the end kind of book, and she does discover herself, and she does talk about some very interesting ideas that she has because she does a lot of thinking on her journey. The book I'm currently reading is one that I started ages ago and still haven't finished reading. I'm on the last chapter now, so I'm nearly there, but it is Modern Romance by Aziz Ansari, and Aziz is one of my favorite comedians. He's just so cute. Oh, I saw him live in 2013, and yeah, his stand-up is so fucking funny. I loved his show, Master of None. So yeah, his book is very interesting. It's all about his perceptions and his research on how love manifests itself in the digitalized world. He actually did so much research and actual interviewing and talking to psychologists and talking to real people, and the book is very informative. It's funny as well, of course, because it's Aziz and he's a comedian, but it's actually very informative and full of statistics, which is kind of cool because I felt like I was reading a funny, humorous textbook. Last show I watched, this is a bit embarrassing. Last show I watched is this show that my friend Evelyn showed me, and it's a typical like guilty pleasure kind of show. It's called X on the Beach. It's like a super trashy British TV show where they get these super trashy British people on an island, and they just send like their exes to the island every couple days or something just to fuck shit up. Such a guilty pleasure, but it's kind of funny and really entertaining, to be quite honest. Last person I talked to would have to be my friend Janet. Hey Janet, if you're watching. The relationship between me and the last person I texted, well, that would be Janet. So she's my friend and we've been friends for a long time, since high school. So our friendship would be at our 8-year anniversary now. Love you, Jen. She's always giving me feedback on my YouTube videos, and I really love and appreciate you, Janet. Just need you to know that. Favorite food. My favorite food is 100% Italian food. I could eat that shit every day for the rest of my life. Place I want to visit. I can't answer that question. I want to visit every single place on this goddamn planet. And I will. Last place you were. That would have been Brisbane City. I went there this morning to go get my passport photos done, and I was so nervous. Like, the guy who was taking my photo was like, okay, just calm down. And I was like, yeah, man. I was just so scared to get another terrible ID photo. Like, my license was awful for so many years. Everybody agreed I look like a serial killer. Do you have a crush? At the moment, I don't, and it's kind of annoying because I really like having a crush on someone. Last time I kissed someone, that would have been, again, yesterday when I told my sister I loved her and continued to nibble on her face because I love showing love and affection. Last time you were insulted. Last time I was insulted was probably when I was with my group of friends and we were on a little road trip. And as a joke, I said to my friend, you're the token young person in our group, because he was like 2 years younger than us or something. And then he was like, well, at least I'm not the token Asian. And I was like, what, bitch? And I literally smacked his cigarette out of his hand that he had just rolled. And he was like, he fucked up. And I was like, you fucked up. And everybody was like, holy shit, Connie, are you alright? And then I was like, nah, it's fine, but don't do that again. Favorite flavor of sweet? I guess you mean like what kind of lollies I like. I don't really like lollies. I'm definitely more of a chocolate gal than chewy lollies gal. Yeah, I'm not a fan of lollies. What instrument do you play? When I was little, I did percussion for like a couple weeks and then realized I had no sense of rhythm or beat, and therefore I had to stop. Favorite piece of jewelry? Shit, like I don't know how to pick that. I guess hoop earrings. Can I just choose category? Because that's the best I can do. Last sport you played? The last sport I played was for my social netball team at uni. We haven't won a game this season, but we have a lot of fun doing it. Last song you sang? The last song I sang is actually a new song. It's called Let You Go. It's from A$AP Ferg's new album, Always Strive and Prosper. I don't know why, but the first time I listened to that song, I just loved it. I just couldn't stop. My favorite chat up line? I don't really think I have one. I don't really know how to chat people up. I guess we talk about music, and then next thing you know. Have I ever used that chat up line? Yes, I have, multiple times. Last time I hung out with someone. Oh my god, all the way back to the weekend when I hung out with Pablo, Michaela and Senti, and we went to the Nimbin Mardi Gras Festival. And that was super fun. We had a house in the country, and yeah, it was just like a whole weekend of love and being free and forgetting about our problems back here in Brisbane. Who should answer these questions next? Okay, I'm not gonna tag anyone because I don't think anyone's gonna want to do this video when it's like 5 years late. Whoever wants to do it can do it. I don't really care. Anyway, this video has been way too long, so have a great week and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!